The red-footed booby is the smallest booby species. These birds spend much of their life over the open ocean. They have a global range and primarily inhabit the areas between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. Although uncommon on the mainland United States, they can occasionally be seen off the California coast and in waters around southern Florida. They also inhabit the Hawaiian Islands and other tropical island groups. Adults are typically between 25 and 32 inches in size. Their bill is bluish-gray, their feet are red, and their plumage varies in color. Birds may be dark brown, light brown, or white with darker wing feathers. Females are slightly larger than males. They can be quite vocal. Females produce loud, honking calls reminiscent of a goose, while males produce higher-pitched, shrill whistles. These sounds are used during courtship, territorial defense, and communication between mates. Red-footed boobies adapt their foraging to local conditions. They primarily prey on flying fish and squid. They usually capture prey by making relatively shallow plunge dives, but they can also catch flying fish in midair, particularly when the fish are fleeing underwater predators. Red-footed boobies may travel roughly 120 miles or more in a single foraging trip, sometimes spending an entire day at sea before returning to their colonies. Red-footed boobies in flight will often alternate between heavy wing flapping and gliding. In areas with frigate birds like the Galapagos Islands, the frigate birds attempt to steal food from red-footed boobies through persistent harassment. In order to avoid these birds, as red-footed boobies approach their colonies, they may climb to high altitudes to get above the frigate birds before rapidly descending toward the shelter of mangroves and other vegetation. Red-footed boobies are highly social birds and colonial breeders. Unlike many other seabirds, they commonly nest in trees and shrubs, constructing relatively small nests from twigs. They have large webbed feet, which are very slender and flexible compared with those of other boobies. These specialized feet allow them to grip branches securely while nesting and roosting. Breeding is not seasonal in most of their range. The male typically selects the nest site, displays to attract a mate, and brings nesting material to the female. Their long-distance foraging lifestyle creates challenges for raising young. Red-footed boobies normally lay only one egg, and both parents are essential for incubating the egg and feeding the chick. After hatching, chicks remain closely brooded for about 7 to 10 days and continue receiving parental care until they fledge at around 13 to 14 weeks of age. Red-footed booby numbers were estimated at 1.4 million mature individuals in 2019. Their global population is considered to be slightly declining. Threats include the loss of nesting habitat, introduced predators, and human exploitation. For more marine facts, click the subscribe button.